Mighty Triple XL coming at y'all live and direct. Mac City Limits Radio Show, MacCity.com. Okay, I got my partner, man. Jesus. It's hard to get my partner on the joint, man. You know what I'm saying? He way clear across the world. You know, when we can't even jive the what you call it, the grid coordinates or the time zones or whatever, so we can get together and actually, you know, spit and parlay, man. But yeah, we got the Punisher, man. The Punisher is back, my boy Vector. Man, it's about time, Vector, man. You been taking your juices and your berries and your vitamins, man. You know what I mean? As far as staying healthy and staying up, man. Congratulations on your marriage too, man. You know what I mean? We got a lot of cats around here that anti-marriage, man, but I try and tell cats over here at Mac City, man, we get it how we live, man. If you boss enough to get married and actually control the your environment, man, and control your chick, you know, and control your assets or whatever, marriage is all good, man. So how you been, man?
Shit, man, just how you said, bro, I gotta be on my vitamins and shit because my wife got a lot of energy. Man, she ready. She like, hey, we need babies now. It's like, all right, man, let's go. Shit.
You know you a simp, man. You was a simp. I heard, you know, when you get married, you become a simp.
Super impossible. Mission Prince. What does that mean?
Shit, you a simp, man.
Shit. You know me. I don't operate like these cats operate, which is why I don't even fall under their rules.
I got you, man. Shit, you know what I mean?
You know, a lot of these cats that's talking that stuff, you know, I agree with what they say, but I don't operate in the United States, so.
No, I got you.
All that shit they talking about don't apply.
Okay. Yeah, we even got my boy Tony, man. Tony is engaged, bro. So you know a lot of niggas is heated. Huh?
Go ahead.
I said a lot of niggas is heated at the fact that my boy Tony is engaged to be married, man.
Well, I mean, to let your boy Chico tell it, what am I? I'm a pedophile too, right?
Yeah, you's a dirty old man. You's a pedophile, dirty old man. Yeah, you know
I'm
what?
a dirty pedophile.
Yeah, I want to touch on that, man. You know what I'm saying? The to paraphrase my boy C Boogie, man, the nerve of these niggas, man. You know what I mean? I'm thinking to myself, you know, it's common sense that the optimal.
You call ARC a pedophile too?
You know what? You know, Chico, man. He think that everybody's. You know, it don't matter who you are, man. You know what I mean? If you messing with a female that's 15, 20 years your junior, I mean, you a pedophile, man. But it's because he got daughters.
Well,
he one of these niggas.
Huh? Yeah, my wife is exactly 15 years my junior, so I guess I'm a fucking pedophile.
Oh, you's a dirty old man, Jack.
I'm a dirty old man, I guess.
Heck yeah, man.
I guess all of them generations and generations of Africans that my wife come from that say it's normal for an older man and a younger woman to get married are just wrong, I guess. I don't know. You know.
Oh, yeah. It's
my wife don't know what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he one of these, I got daughters. I'm like, well, if you do have a daughter, you should understand. It's just common sense for you to want to, you know, hand your daughter off to somebody that can take care of her. And traditionally, that would be an older man.
Yeah, niggas don't get that. But I mean, that's not our culture. Like shit, like the whole you saw my wedding pictures. The whole goddamn city was there. It was all like, hey,
yeah,
we good. We good. It's right here. We good right here with him. Oh, he got that dowry ready? Okay, yeah, we good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so traditionally, you know, this is a traditionally African concept. And, of course, Chico, he claimed to be a pro-black nigga. You know what I mean? I'm like, and he don't even know and understand that this, a younger woman and an older man is, you know, that's how they do it in the motherland, right? Am I stupid? Did I miss the point?
It's not even in the motherland. Shit, that's how the Europeans did it for how many generations in the Roman Empire? Like, that's how the world, that's how normal fucking communities work. But, you know, the black community, you know.
I've got daughters.
We on some backwards ass shit. We ain't gonna talk about how old is Melania Trump? Ain't Chico one of them conservative black manosphere motherfuckers who love Trump, but he don't talk about how many wives and how young all the Trump wives are. Is Trump a pedophile?
Shit, no, I don't think he liked Trump. I don't think he, anything that, anything that really screamed manhood, he ain't really feeling it. Shit, man. He one of these niggas that pander to broads and shit. That's why he all up in a tizzy, man, about younger females getting with older dudes, because he feel like an older dude is going to basically enslave a younger chick, man. That's what the fuck he on.
So in other words, he feel like an older man gonna set the bar too high for these sorry ass niggas to come behind and not bring nothing to the table.
Yeah, that's what it basically comes down to.
I got you.
That's exactly what it comes down to. So
he must be very anti Kevin Samuels.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. He one of them niggas, man. Where Kevin is gay. Kevin is gay. Kevin is, he one of them dudes, man. You know what I mean? He can't necessarily defeat the talking points. So, the ad hominem attacks come and shit, man. Yeah, he is definitely anti-Kevin Samuels, man. Shit. Mm-hmm. So you said you paid a dowry?
Oh, yeah.
You did? What was that? What did you pay in the dowry?
Well, technically I didn't pay it. My family pays it.
Okay.
So traditionally what happens is your brothers and uncles or whatever will come together and you say, hey, my wife lives over here. The woman that I want lives in this village, blah, 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 goes over here. And then your peoples go meet with her peoples and then they work something out.
Okay.
And as it was explained to me and my folks, since obviously they hadn't done it before coming from the States, it's meant to be a family bonding thing. It's not even really, like, I was there, but I wasn't supposed to be there.
Okay.
And the bride is also not there. The only thing, she'll come in very briefly just to verify that she knows who these people are that is coming to negotiate for her dowry. Like, yeah, I know that this is, my boyfriend's brother, family, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically a contract.
Okay.
And traditionally it was done as women are seen as property, and really property of the village, not the family and the village. So that woman's labor is being transferred to your village, your family, and your village. So you paying for the labor. Like, you now own this woman, and her cooking, cleaning, childbearing, whatever, that's the cost.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the traditional reason why they do it, when the women are asset.
Oh my God, what a primitive concept. Primitive. Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's just disgusting that you participated in that, man. I thought you was a better person than that. Your woman is now property.
Niggas don't want to pay for nothing, so they definitely don't want to pay for their wife. Motherfuckers won't even pay each other for They won't even pay each other for a chicken sandwich if you open up a damn fish fry place on the corner.
Right.
They ain't paying for it.
So did
the concept to them is, especially if they don't value women in the first place, is because they don't even got enough game to control their damn women and make their woman an asset. Of course, they're not gonna pay for it. They don't see women as, they don't see what they gain in other than sex. And then we all know that in 2021, sex is easier to get. As my OG used to say, in DC used to say, you can get sex easier than a fish sandwich. So you got these cats that don't know what to do with their women, and then they just flee from the whole situation, which is kind of a precursor of what we were going to talk looking ass terrible Coming to America movie.
So dig, so you put so you
that movie was whack.
Okay, hold on. Let's not go there yet. Hold on. You put value on your wife. So I mean, am I amiss when I'm basically speaking on that? You know what I mean? Traditionally, you ascribe value to your woman or your wife, traditionally in an African sense, when you have a marriage and you pay a dowry. So you're putting value on the woman, right? Okay, then. So I'm trying to figure out what these dudes, what their main problem is with these "I got daughters" dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, I'm like, so you would rather pass your daughter off to someone, he may be her age, but he don't have nothing. He don't have anything substantial to offer your daughter. You want her to participate in struggle love. You know what I mean? But, you got these Negroes that pander to what the female wants. Because you know how a chick is, man. A lot of chicks, they don't care. They will participate in struggle love as long as he fine. They don't care. The whole concept and the business of mating and marriage is just totally, it's a foreign concept to black folks, man. They don't marry to consolidate power. You know what I mean? They get married.
There you go.
Say what?
There you go. I said you just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, man. They not on that. They just, whoever got the biggest booty, whoever got the biggest phallus, you know what I mean? That's who they want to marry and shit, man. But, cats like me and you has been around the track. Cats have got a little bit of wisdom under their belt. We see what the hell it's really for and what the hell it really is, the concept of marriage and actually getting together with someone. You actually want to build something. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man, how we living in bizarro land with these Negroes, man, and you got these niggas pandering and, like a Derek Jackson. Tell me, what is your opinion on Derek Jackson?
You know what? It's funny. I have not even followed it. I've seen other stuff on my timeline popping up saying that he's a hypocrite in this, but I honestly don't even know. Tell me the story and then I can give you my opinion. Because I really don't follow Derek Jackson. I know him, he's Obsidian used to talk about him all the time, and that's why I never really follow him, because I don't fuck with Obsidian, so.
Right.
I'm just like, I thought Derek Jackson was just another Steve Harvey type dude,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's basically what
like
he is.
He a woman pander. Yeah, so but what happened? So what happened? He cheated on his wife or something, or he got caught cheating, or he admitted? What went down?
Well, the story is, him and his wife was separated, and he thought they was going Splitsville, and he thought that the relationship was over, and he was basically stating that due to the fact that he had that hiccup in his relationship, and he thought it was over. He thought it was cool to step out on his wife, even though they were legally married. He still was having, sexual relations with other women. So that's what he is saying. But there's other stuff that's coming out stating that, even before the so-called Splitsville, or even before the separation, he was, doing his own thing, behind the scenes and shit, man. And of course, bruh, it's a no-brainer.
I'm failing to see wait a minute. They were separated.
Right.
And he moved on because he thought it was done.
Well, that's his story. You know what I mean? That's what he's saying.
What's the controversy? Okay.
Yeah, that's, player to player, pimp to pimp. He's been doing this shit much longer than with the so-called separation, man. I know niggas, man. You know what I mean? And when you a man of means, say what?
Okay, but my thing is a separation doesn't happen overnight either. So was he doing that in the process of they were beefing, which led to the separation?
Well, so check this out. With me, my thing is not really about him stepping out and cheating and whatever, doing, because you know how I get down, man. I follow the divine right of kings. If you a man, you know what I mean? And,
exactly.
You do what you do.
I have a couple of concubines. Exactly.
Yeah, you can have some concubines, man. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really tripping too much about that. I am more so tripping about how he's handling it. You know what I mean? And just the overall disingenuousness.
How's he playing it?
he's falling back on the Bible and Jesus, and Jesus doesn't want me to do that, and Jesus basically came to me and told me that I need to apologize to all the women for what I've done, and he's on his knees apologizing to the wife and to all the the females that he panders to and shit. And I'm like, that's not really my issue with this nigga.
That's not even biblically sound.
Well, of course it's not. Well, if you follow the New Testament, that of course he a New Testament nigga. The Old Testament basically state, they on some Conan shit, man. You know what I mean? To the victor go the spoil.
Even the New Testament, man, listen, but as a Christian, if you know the Bible, even the New Testament doesn't say specifically that a man should only have one wife. It says you can't hold positions in the church.
Right.
There are certain positions in the church where you can only have one wife. But it don't say nothing about, man, I don't know. Cats don't even be biblically sound these days. Like, okay, but and then if you also if you want to follow the church, there's no such thing as fucking separation. If he's the man and he thought it was over, then the shit was over. There's no such thing as separation. The wife can just leave without the man dismissing her. If you're a Christian and your wife done left the fucking house, then she's in violation.
Okay.
Unless you sent her out. Now, if you sent her out and you thought it was over, then it was over. I don't understand this whole, I thought it was Splitsville, but it ended up not being. Like, if you're the man in a relationship, you don't know who decide when it starts and when it ends.
Right, okay. Yeah.
I guess like you said, you're not mad at the act. It's just he is totally fugazi with that explanation.
Yeah, my thing has always been just the way he panders to females, and he tells them a lot of stupid shit and a lot of bullshit that just don't work, and that just ain't gonna wash.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get rid of real man, you know what I mean? He tells them it's okay just to be an out-of-pocket bitch. You know what I mean? It's okay to be fat and overweight. It's okay. He needs to accept you for who you are. He don't set the bar for a chick that had no standards. You know what I mean? It's just,
so I'm assuming he's another anti-Kevin Samuels.
Yes, he is. Yeah, but, he sneak diss. He do a lot of sneak dissing of Kevin, man. You know what I mean? So,
like what?
Man, bro, I can't really get into the specifics of the shit because I did watch a couple of the videos, but I can't remember the concept which he was going by, which he was basically sneak dissing Kevin, man. He don't really attack him head on. He come in from the side. He trying to flank Kevin with his bullshit ass arguments and talking points, man. So, yeah, thoroughly disgusted with individuals like Derrick Jaxn, man. Even, a part of me admires him because, he's straight slow pimping these broads. He's making a lot of money off telling these chicks what they want to hear, man. I have, go ahead.
But that ain't pimping, that's scamming. Pimps don't lie.
Right, yeah, you're right. But still, he getting money, man. You know what I mean? And shit, man, it's hard to argue against getting millions off of telling a bitch what she want to hear. Because I've heard a lot.
I care about them or not, man. I don't roll with scammers. I was thinking that when I was listening to your show the other day, when you was talking about old King Hippo, and you were saying, you don't really fuck with people who say, I don't fuck with that dude, so you shouldn't fuck with him.
Oh, yeah.
Extreme circumstances in it. And I said, well, I'll tell you one thing. If somebody fuck with somebody who I know is a scammer, I don't fuck with them.
Right.
Like, if somebody's like, yo, this dude scammed me out of some money, I can't fuck with nobody around that person. Because they'll do anything that, So.
Yeah, man. In some extreme cases, man, if you're going to get some blowback, if there's a chance that an individual's actions could be detrimental to you, you know what I mean? Even though it might be so-called 3 degrees of separation, I understand that. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. And plus, the game, man. You know the whole military game when it comes him having a clearance and stuff, like, shit, man, the people you associate with, them the motherfuckers come out and cause you lose your job.
Right.
So, yeah, you know me, I'm a little bit stricter than most when it comes to shit like that.
Right.
When it comes to fucking with foul people.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into the movie that's been so controversial in the aspect, you know, that our community has been divided as far as the thumbs up and the thumbs down aspect. We're going to be talking about Coming to America today, and this is going to have some spoilers in it, I believe, because I don't really know how to speak on too many things movie-wise without spoiling it, man. You know what I mean? But I would like to ask you, Vector, man, what was your opinion of Coming to America 2?
Man, I was with it for the first 30 minutes of the movie. I was kind of okay with it, but it just fell off the rails after that, man. It was way too much weak ass men in that fucking movie. Like, and you know what's funny, man? I didn't realize it. I had talked to my cousin about it. My cousin has a podcast,
right?
And him and some folks on his podcast, they didn't like it.
Okay.
But I didn't realize until they did the talking about that movie was actually filmed at Tyler Perry Studios.
Okay.
So I said, oh, now it makes sense. You know?
Okay.
Okay. It made sense that every male, except Eddie Murphy, ironically, I thought Eddie Murphy was the strongest male character in the movie. Everybody else was just on some punk shit.
Okay. Man. And even though he was the strongest character, you know, he was still weak to me.
Okay, what did you like about Eddie Murphy's character?
Because, you know, he basically falling for this line about a woman can rule the nation. You know, he acquiesced and he bended the knee to that shit. And I wasn't feeling that shit. I wasn't feeling it.
You mean by the end of the movie?
Yeah, by the end of the movie. Yeah, I'm like, hell no. I'm like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Me knowing what I know about broads and knowing what I know about chicks and shit, I'm like, nah, man, you don't put a nation at the whim and at the will of a woman's emotions, man. You know, at the end of the day, she's still a goddamn woman, man. Say what?
I agree with you. I agree with that in general.
Right.
Now, I'm trying to be subjective in the movie itself. So in the movie itself, I thought Eddie, in the first, I guess, 95% of the movie, he was like, no, we're going with tradition. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get a male heir, including a bastard son that somebody dreamed up. I'm going to go get him. And then, you know, he kind of stuck to that. He did everything that he could to get old boy up to speed, even though old boy was whack as fuck.
Man, extremely.
And so I don't know. I mean, I thought Eddie Murphy's character showed strength in the fact that when he made a decision, whether it was in the beginning when he was going to go find his son or in the end, Eddie Murphy made a decision and he rocked with his decision. Like, he was like, this is what I want to do. Now, I don't necessarily agree with, again, trying to put the woman in the head of a nation, but I can say given the context of the movie, I'll give him a pass in the fact that he doesn't really have a male heir.
Okay.
Because old boy ended up still being sorry as hell. So, and then his daughter supposedly, you know, with her bullshit, ended up swaying Wesley Snipes. So she showed more grit as a nation leader than old boy. So I mean, okay, I ain't got no male heir, and my daughter managed to sway this neighboring nation. All right, well, I mean, I guess I just got to do what I got to do. So again, given his choices, that might have been the best move. Now, see, okay, so let me go ahead and get into it, because this is gonna hit point number one. I'm gonna try to go in chronological order of the movie of the shit that I didn't like.
Okay.
Point number one. In real life, it ain't no nation, not even the African nation. I'm talking about nation in the world. If you don't have a male heir, why is your wife chilling? Like, in actuality, he would have been like, I don't have a male heir. My wife or my concubine, we just talked about concubine, I need to get to work. Like, somebody around here finna give me a male heir on some King Henry shit. Like, I'm about to start beheading and hanging bitches if they don't give me a male heir.
Okay.
So, ain't no real fucking world leader about to go meet some 30-year-old son that he didn't even know exists and put He gonna be like, hey, wife, every single morning, my damn royal penis fucking washer, somebody in this motherfucker is about to give me a bastard. Like, he wouldn't go get no damn bastard from the United States. Nobody even knows fucking exists. Come on, man.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is some good. First and foremost, that's the first piece of bullshit.
All right.
So I don't know what you think about that.
Well, this is the thing, man. I mean, I totally agree with that. And, you know, an individual listening to you right now with that complaint, they would be like, come on, man, it's a comedy, you know, suspend your belief. You know what I mean? And, you know, I've heard that because, you know, when I'm watching the movie, man, and I know you've probably heard this from me in my past shows, man, but when I seen the fight scene between those prepubescent girls and Wesley Snipes,
I'm gonna get there.
I got disgusted. I was like, wait a second. I'm like Wesley Snipes. I'm saying to myself, Wesley Snipes is a warlord, and you know, and not only that, but
so we skipped it there.
Say what?
Okay, no, I was gonna say I was gonna get there, but we can go on there. I was gonna try to go and order all the shit out.
Well, all right. Well, I'll stop. Go ahead. You do your thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing I didn't like.
All right.
So they went and got. Hold on. Before they went and got him, we got to get the story of how this son came to be.
Okay.
And of course, we get some ha-ha, he-he's. Yeah, it's supposed to be a comedy. We just gonna introduce male rape into the fucking whole story, and that's supposed to be cool? He got raped.
Yeah, you're right. And I never really seen it that way. You know what I mean? Till somebody pointed that shit out, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're right. And that's low key. That's date rape. And it's okay. And it's okay to get date raped because no one really says shit about it.
Right. I'm like, wait a minute. We just gonna overlook the fact that he got raped, like, and set up by his own fucking servant to get raped? Like, come on, man. Come on.
Okay.
That's fucking insane. Like, we just. That's cool. Like, just imagine that being the other way around. And the super duper irony of that is parts of those movies. I also found out from my cousin that parts of that movie was shot in Rick Ross's house.
Oh, okay.
You know, Rick Ross made cameo in the movie.
Uh-huh.
But wasn't Rick Ross like ran through the fucking dirt for just saying one lyric in one of his songs about dropping a Molly in a drink or some shit? Like, do you remember that?
I don't even remember that.
Man, it was some years ago. Like, it was a big ass fucking controversy about Rick Ross talking about Molly and somebody, and I can't remember which fucking song it was, but like they took the shit off the radio and all type of shit. So I'm like, y'all put this shit as the main plot of a fucking movie and then
crazy, ain't it?
I was just like, yo, these niggas is wild. These motherfuckers is wild. So then, okay, let me hit another point. Now you can jump in whenever you want, because I'm sure I'm gonna hear something that you did see.
Okay.
When they finally went to go find old boy, this motherfucker is 30 years old, single mother, and scalping tickets at Madison Square Garden with a fucking, this stereotypical uncle.
Right.
I'm like, okay. I wasn't bad at it at first, but I'm just kind of seeing how they lining it up. It's just like, okay, we gotta present this stereotypical weak ass nigga, 30 years old, can't even do a real job interview. Like, we just gonna put the weakest image of a grown man out there. Like, dude was supposed to be 30 years old. Couldn't even land a job interview.
Right.
So it's like, okay, we gonna go get him. We gonna fly him back. All right, whatever. When they get back, his uncle and him, like, okay, okay, you know, my cousin, he a pimp, he a player, he a street dude, all this stuff. But then we get to the scene where they, you know, they doing a throwback of the famous, the royal penis is clean your highness scene. And when he wakes up in the bed, when he wakes up, he acting all shy. He got 3 chicks to serve him up and clean him. He acting shy, like he don't know what he want to do, like a straight pussy.
Right.
And then, if that's not bad enough, they cut to his mama, who's this rough and tough single mother bullshit character, and she's getting topped off like it ain't nothing and telling dude to go back for seconds. I'm like, they just emasculated him and then made his mama just straight fucking masculine. Like, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's when I knew it was finna start. I was like, oh shit, this movie about to be some bullshit.
Yeah, he actually went in and he had to ask his mama what he should do.
Right. And the whole time she getting topped off during the whole conversation in front of her son.
Man, come on, man. Yeah, I did not like that dude that played the son, man. He got under my goddamn skin, man. You know what I mean? And I think it's because
I ain't done with him.
All right, go ahead.
No, keep going. We just on that one scene.
Nothing, man. I mean, just his overall energy, period, man. You know, let me put you this way. There was tons of motherfuckers in there I didn't like. I hate Leslie Jones. You know, just looking at her face makes me goddamn sick. And what's that? What's the dude that played the uncle, man? What's his name?
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
I heard a lot of people didn't like how he played his role.
Yeah, well,
I didn't like it either, but I like Tracy Morgan, but I didn't like his role.
Well, I don't typically like Tracy Morgan, period. The only time I ever actually liked Tracy Morgan was on Martin when he played Hustle Man. And that was about it. After that, you know, I'm good on Tracy Morgan, man. But yeah, I definitely did not like his character. I was sickened by looking at Leslie Jones' ugly ass, man. You know what I mean? And the boy that played the son, you know, he just oozed femininity to me. You know what I mean? He was just a real... Did you see that he came under fire for before he got this role? He actually played some drag queen, or he was caught in drag or some shit, man. And I'm like,
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, I think Dr. Boyce Watkins played a segment of that, man, where they actually showed him being a fairy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you just can't escape it, man. You know, in order for you to get some play in Hollywood, man, you know, you got to get some sugar in your tank, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead.
I didn't know that, man. That's interesting. So actually, on that same note, now I got to ask this. Now I got to skip a little bit forward. Well, actually, I ain't got to skip forward. This is going to be in the next scene anyway. When it came to him, they were saying, like, all right, if you're going to be Prince, you're going to marry... Well, no, I am skipping forward because I'm skipping past Wesley Snipes. But what I didn't like was when Wesley Snipes stepped out. And now we're talking about a warlord general, you know what I mean, a military commander of a nation.
Right.
Coming in, punking Eddie Murphy. Like, he's the main, like, he's supposed to be so big, bad, and scary that Eddie Murphy is getting punked to the end of punktivity. And, of course, as you mentioned earlier, a fucking warlord general in Africa is getting beat down by some little girl, which made no fucking sense whatsoever. But what I didn't like, to hit on what you were just talking about, and maybe this guy played a transsexual, is one of my favorite actors and musicians, famous from Power and his Jeep music album that I really like, is Rotini.
Okay.
And Rotini played Wesley Snipes' son, and he was goofy as fuck. Now, but from my cousin's podcast, one of the couple of people that was on this podcast, they didn't like it. They said that they thought Rotini was portrayed as being gay, and that's why Eddie Murphy didn't want his daughter to marry him. Did you see that part?
No.
Did you see that?
No.
I got to go back and watch it again because they were like, no, he had gay mannerisms and shit. That's why Wesley Snipes was like, no, this cat can't marry my daughter.
Okay.
And I was like, I gotta go back and watch it. I still haven't gone back and watched that scene, but I was like, yo, I can't believe they punk Rotimi like that. Because Rotimi be on some, you know, when he's on all the 50 Cent shit, and, you know, he's on I think he's on G Unit musically as well, but, you know, he be on some sex symbol shit. And I'm like, yo, they made that dude basically wear a skirt in the movie. That's fucked up.
What they said? Wait. They said
I gotta go back and look.
They said he was wearing a skirt in the movie.
Not wearing a skirt, but I'm just saying they had him acting feminine.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, he was no doubt a goofball, and he was no doubt he didn't have no boss energy. That's definite. You know what I mean? But
right.
As far as overt,
but I mean, even in that case, though,
yeah,
because I didn't understand. I guess I didn't understand that scene. Like, why is Eddie Murphy so against it? But now I got to go back and watch it because they were like, "Yo, he was gay." And I was like, "Really? I gotta go back and watch it."
Yeah, it's obvious he was soft. He was soft. He was not boss. He was not what you would call leadership material. Which goes back to what you're talking about. There was really no strong male characters in the movie.
In the whole movie, yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I was like, yo, that's whack. You know what I'm saying? They made him whack. Uh-huh. So it's like, okay, what they gonna do? Of course, his daughter was stone face all fucking movie, masculine as hell.
Hell yeah. Strong and defiant.
Right. Until she finally kind of warmed up to her, you know, her stepbrother or whatnot in the whole getting the lion's whiskers thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I didn't like that part. So then let's go to Wesley Snipes, you know, the Wesley Snipes shit. Like, okay, it was a comedy. Mm-hmm. I was digging Wesley Snipes' character, of course, up until the end where he kind of punked out. But the next thing I didn't like was, now I'm really got to go in on the fucking, you know, the son's character, because it's just like, yo, you got fine-ass Tiana Taylor getting handed to you on a platter.
Right. Oh, I was disgusted by this one. Go ahead.
And but this is, see, I'm gonna get a little bit deeper with it. And people gonna be like, oh, it's definitely comedy. But I'm just like, this is why I think they set up that whole thing with him being 30 years old and going on job interviews and just being a sorry ass nigga. Okay. Because if you put a boss dude like me or you, who even if you're not internationally inclined like me, even if you just got business savvy and you want to do some things, it's like, yo, you being handed a bad chick that her whole goal in life, like they do in Africa, they rear women to be wives. We just talked about, you know, my wife and the dowry and stuff. Like, you take a wife in order to meet whatever your purpose is. It's not only is this woman about you being your helpmeet to meet your purpose, she's the fucking daughter of a leader of a nation. Like, who does that? Like, you know how much, like, the first thing I would have been like, it's not bad, it's not enough that your father is king and leader of a nation, but you about to marry a daughter of another leader of a nation, so you're supposed to be the heir to two nations?
Right.
And you throw that shit away for a dumb bitch that wants to fucking open a barber shop?
Once again, the science and the business of mating is something
just shows
else.
How weak they think black men are. Because it's just like, yo, the whole movie, this dude is like, I want to connect with somebody. What do you want to do? I understand. Well, what do you want to do? And it's like, yo, a man is going to be like, I'm about my purpose. I don't give a fuck. Not that I don't give a fuck what my wife wants to do, but my purpose comes first.
Right.
Right? So if I got a purpose and I'm about to be a leader of a fucking nation, and I'm about to combine with another, I'm about to be a leader of a nation with the resources, and the nation with the military power is trying to combine with me, and I'm going to throw that shit away?
Yeah.
There's a servant girl who cuts my hair? Like, that's what the image of how they look at black men in the media. It's like, okay, these niggas ain't got no ideas. They don't know what to do with their life. So even if, and I agree with this sometimes. Like you talk about these dudes in the manosphere that's anti-marriage and this, that, and the third. But we know these niggas are sorry. They ain't got no fucking purpose in life. So they that's how they look at marriage. They just like, well, what am I getting from a woman?
Right.
So what would they do? Okay, if I marry this woman who's the daughter of a leader of a nation, now I got expectations. Nah, I'm just gonna settle for the chick that wants to have her own fucking. I'm not even gonna just take her as a concubine. I'm gonna throw the wedding away, fuck up the negotiations with the nations, and then flee back to New York and get married in the shitty church just so I can be with this chick because I'm in love. Like,
yeah.
Like, yo, this shit is so whack, yo. Like who does this, man? If you let me meet some fucking senator's daughter. I divorce my wife. Let me meet a woman with some power, bruh. Are you serious?
Man.
That dude was literally running from the power, bro.
Yeah.
Literally running away from the power, and his punk ass uncle was like, "I raised that boy," and he, now, and that's gonna go to the next thing I don't like about the movie, but sometimes it accurately reflects black culture, and that's that, like what Sergeant Willie P back in the day used to call the olders, not the elders. You got a lot of old motherfuckers who don't want to see the young motherfuckers get power too, so they rear them in a certain weak ass way.
Okay.
Like his uncle should have been like, "No, nigga, you gonna marry Tiana Taylor?" Like,
no doubt.
Like, and what was crazy about it, his mama was like, "No, you need to go get that fucking crown and get that money." But the uncle is like, "Nah, you're your own man. You gotta put your own pimp strut on it." Blah blah blah. It's like, no, motherfucker, they literally giving you the lottery and you gonna throw it away for some bullshit swag? I was disgusted. Like you know me, I've fucking been living in Africa for the last 6 fucking years. Like I was just disgusted by the whole premise.
Hey,
the whole premise of it. I was disgusted, son.
Hey,
yeah.
Whenever Tiana, when she was on there, man, and she was looking out good, and he was asking her, okay, well, where do you want to go? And what do you want to do? And she was like, whatever you like. But I was like, nigga, I was getting turned on. I was like, man, you better grab that. I'm like, man, that's gold right there, boy. A woman that fine, man, that's about your purpose, that want to do what you want to do. Shoot.
That's the programming that black American men get. We are told to reject that.
Obviously.
You know what I mean? Like, that's like, what the fuck? And then not only are we told to reject that, the women are being taught at the same time that Tiana Taylor is kind of a clown for being that, like she's a caricature. But you ask any fucking African man, they're gonna be like, "Yo, that's what I need right there. I need a woman that's gonna bring a fat bride, Tyree, with the family, and then we gonna do this thing." Like, yeah, oh man, this is weak. That movie, man, that movie just had me hot. I was hot.
Man, I was mad. I was salty.
This dude is pussy. And so, but I'm gonna do you one better though.
Right.
So now I'm gonna go back to what you were saying earlier about the daughter being put in place. Like after the so-called theme of the movie was supposed to be like, okay, he married for love and this, that, and the third, and women are supposed to be a certain way. Well, look at what Homeboy's reward was. Not only does he not get to be fucking heir, now he gets reduced to being an ambassador to you. Like, congratulations, motherfucker. You got your wife, and now you ain't shit.
Right.
The ambassador. You ain't got no fucking power. Here's your reward for being a pussy.
Man. No power.
Here's your reward. So now I don't know if you made that connection with that part, but that's what I was telling people. I was like, yo, his reward for marrying for love is being seen as a weak. His father was already kind of seen as a weak king. But his father, even his fucking father, was like, okay, this dude did what I did, but I rewarding them with the kingdom. To my son.
Man.
I'm like, yo, this movie is bullshit. This movie is bullshit, dog. Oh, man. That movie, man, it could have been so good. The way they had set it up, like I said, the first 30 minutes, I was like, all right, this is going to be some pimp shit.
Right.
But he just went left.
Yeah, Black man, you are the weakest link, man, when it came to this movie. It was it was just steeped too much in girl power and shit, man. But to go back to, once again, we understand and we know that this is a comedy, but it was just so much shit that just took me out of the movie, man. You know, when you had the fight scene between Eddie Murphy's daughters, you know what I'm saying, and Wesley Snipes, who is Blade. And I know in this movie he ain't Blade. He's a caricature of a warlord, man. But I'm like, man, it was just...
don't get their ass whooped.
Yeah, man. I'm like, come on.
He got a whole fucking crew of fucking soldiers there.
Yeah.
Who was supposedly intimidating the father.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, hold on, this defeats the whole purpose of the movie. The whole purpose of the movie was they being threatened by this other fucking nation that's supposed to be so dangerous. I know, all of a sudden, you know, his daughter's just whooping ass, and then they don't even say at the end like what changed after the ass whooping. They all of a sudden it was just a wedding. Like, yeah, we heard the trade routes are being reopened. I'm like, come on, son, come on. I thought at least at the end of the movie that his daughter was going to end up marrying Rotimi, but nope. The trade routes just magically reopened.
Well, it just magically reopened because the daughter has miraculous, like, negotiating skills, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Because all of this good shit miraculously happened once she was instated as the ruler of the kingdom. Yeah. Yeah, man. You know.
Shit was terrible, bro.
Yeah, but on a superficial level, you know, I just... it relied too heavily on cameos of people coming in. You know, there just wasn't a lot of substance to the movie. They just said, okay, we're just going to throw a ton of cameos or a whole bunch of famous people in here. That might be R&B singers or rappers or, you know, accredited actors or whatever. But there was really nothing of substance in it. Like, the first Coming to America, man, it had, for some reason, it had substance. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I agree. But to be fair, the first Coming to America had a lot of cameos. So I think what they were trying to do, there was a lot of it, they were trying to pay homage to the first movie.
Right.
They forced a lot of stuff from the first movie. They were trying to pay homage. And, you know, Eddie Murphy movies, particularly when you're talking about stuff like Harlem Nights and stuff like that, you know, he likes to have a lot of cameos for black actors, especially other black comedians. You know, I've kind of noticed that, you know, I don't do too much social media, but one of the things I do on social media is I follow this dude named Tony Baker, and I follow Trix, I follow Godfrey, and I follow, what's that other dude, Ryan Davis.
All right.
And one thing about black comedians, they like to see each other win. Like, it's funny, black comedians want to see other black comedians eat. So I didn't really have a problem with the cameos. I thought it was pretty cool to see, you know, to have that a lot of black cast get some work, especially, you know, a lot of the filming I think was done pre-COVID. Like the movie was made some time ago, right? And then it was just in post-production forever. So I didn't have a problem with that, man. Like I said, I think they just try to bring a whole bunch of old jokes in and pay homage to a lot of people. So I didn't have a problem with that. Like as a movie, like once I got past my personal, like if I could look past my personal feelings about how they made Black Man look, if you just look at it compared to other movies out there, I thought the movie was decently made. Okay. A lot of people didn't like it. They thought the production was bad and this, that, and the third. It was like, okay, I didn't like the messages in the movie, but I can't hate on the movie itself. I thought the movie itself looked good.
Yeah, the movie looked good. It looked good. Yeah, but it was just so plastic. It was just very plastic. And I guess you could say my prejudices against the movie is the fact that, I'm highly sensitive to movies that make black men look like caricatures and buffoons and weak-kneed, yellow-bellied cowards, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you hit the nail on the head when you basically stated that this nigga, he would rather run back to America, and be nothing than actually, have a union with a warlord's daughter, man, and rule nations and become a king. And I'm like, it's too much of this weak-ass energy, man, when it comes to black men in the media and when it comes to movies and just period, man. Black men are being trained to be busters and suckers and to have nothing.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, when homegirl was like, whatever you like, bruh. I was like, I'm there. I'm like, man, do it. Take it. Take it, son.
Especially considering the first scene when she came in like a boss. So it's like, okay, she gonna give it to you behind closed doors.
Oh,
and
man.
in front of everybody, she gonna be submissive and looking good. And,
But, we got this thing where, it's all about love. It's all about your feelings. And it's all about caring. And I'm like, man, come on, man. At some point, man, brothers got to boss up, man. And I know this is a comedy, and you're supposed to suspend certain aspects of your belief coming through the door, watching the joint, man. But enough is enough, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. I want to see some really boss black characters, man. Matter of fact, I just watched. Have you seen?
Go ahead.
Have you seen Justice League yet? The new director's cut.
I'm gonna watch it, but I heard it's like 4 hours, so
okay.
I need to carve some time out this weekend. I got an HBO Max account, so it's free on HBO Max. I'm gonna check it out this weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, my verdict is right now. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm just going to say, the shit was epic. I loved it. You know what I mean? But yeah, and still I had issues with the black character. But I ain't going to say nothing about it right now because maybe me and you.
We'll do a review on that one then when I start watching.
Okay, then. I'll let you digest that shit.
On that.
Okay. I'm going to leave it alone. Real talk, man.
I wanted, yeah. But you hit on, just how it's like how they're making the characters look so weak, man. And it's just like, bro, why? Like it's unnecessary. I don't really get it, and I'm really surprised that Amazon was behind that because you talked earlier about there was novelty in the first movie, but the first movie didn't have all that shit. Like the first movie was on, okay, I'm gonna go find my own. But he still went and found his wife, and he still came back and became the damn king.
Right.
This dude didn't even get to become king. Like, come on, son. Come on. Eddie Murphy's wife in the first movie was the daughter to the McDowell's empire. Like, she came from some money. You know what I mean? Like, her father, who was in this movie, James from
Good Times.
Strong father figure giving advice. You know what I'm saying? It was the first movie had a stronger feel to the men's characters.
Man, yeah, I got a super duper aversion to movies, man, that really, clown black men, man. This one, they clown the brothers hard, man.
They clown.
Shit,
yeah,
man.
They clown the brothers hard.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that Eddie Murphy let the shit fly. Like, I don't know.
Well, this is the climate we're in today, man. It's perfectly acceptable and permissible to just clown and belittle and just make black men into suckers, man. You know what I mean? And like I say, it's normal now, so no one bats an eye when it goes down, and it's expected to happen.
Even Wesley Snipes on up for that.
Man, they clown Blade, man. I couldn't even get into that fight scene, man. I mean, I was just seeing Wesley doing his little Blade poses. He was about to ready to do a crescent kick or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, like it's about to go down. And and little 13-year-old girl come along and swipe him and judo flip him, and I'm like, fuck out of here, I'm done.
Right, and then even when Arsenio came in, he had on the little damn skirt.
Like, yeah. Emasculating him.
Like, come on. Like, come on, dog.
God
Y'all
damn.
gotta do better, bro.
But I know it's a comedy. Y'all niggas is tripping. It's a comedy. What do you expect? But I'm like,
but it wasn't even funny. So
no, it
that
wasn't.
was another thing that, most people was like, shit wasn't even funny.
Wasn't funny to me. I was expecting some jokes. The only time I actually chuckled, man, is at the very end when they had what the fuck that nigga, man? The dude on the stage that always be singing, man. What was his name?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
The dude who sings "She's Your Queen to Be."
Yeah. Ah, man. Yeah. That was funny to me. That's about the only time in the movie that I actually chuckled, man. But the one thing I didn't like, I didn't like I had Salt and Pepper on there, and they would be singing these songs, these well-known songs, but they would change the songs.
Music.
Yeah, but they would change the actual lyrics of the songs and shit. Just, I don't know, like I said, they relied too heavy on so-called cameos and star power, and I know that they did it in the first one, but like I said, in the first one, it wasn't like they was relying on it. It wasn't like they were using it to actually make the movie popular or give the movie gravitas.
Like they had to throw DeVito in there at the end, and they had to have an Afrobeat artist. And it's like, man, DeVito was on stage for too damn long.
Man, bro.
I
don't know. Something was just off about it, man.
I mean, like I said, I didn't have that much of a problem with it. King Joffrey's funeral, that was a little cringy with the Salt and Pepper and then In Vogue and Gladys Knight was in it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have any male artists during that scene, did they?
I don't think so.
Other than Rotimi being gay.
Golly, man, just weakness, just weak ass Negroes everywhere.
I gotta go back and see was he supposed to be gay? I gotta go look at that.
Okay.
I've seen, like I said, my cousin's podcast. He had like 10 people on the panel, and half of them said he was gay, and the other half said no. And they also there was some controversy about the Eddie Murphy character, the witch.
Oh yeah.
The character, was he supposed to be male or female?
Yeah, I couldn't make that out.
Female.
Yeah, I couldn't make that out either.
No, it was male.
Yeah, that's a good question. I was guessing that through the whole movie. I couldn't really figure it out. Which really, on some subliminal shit, is kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Because, the whole premise of today's culture, man, is just gender bending. And so, for you to throw that in the movie, on a psychological basis, yeah, man, you think about that, man. They throw a gender bending twist in there where you have a situation where you don't know if something is a male or a female. So, yeah, on a subliminal level, yeah, I can see that being an issue.
Yeah, I got a couple of chuckles in that, when he went back to the barbershop, and they was like, who the fuck you think he is? He was nicer back in the day.
Right.
I got a couple of chuckles out of that. I didn't think Randy Jackson was good this time. I thought they forced that character.
Randy Jackson, who was that?
They had it. The sexual chocolate, at the end of the movie they brought him in to sing.
That was the one that I liked. That's what I'm talking about. At the very end of the movie, Sex and Chocolate.
Oh, you talking about Sex and Chocolate? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about what's his name? The butler.
The butler.
The fat butler who always.
Oh hell no! Fuck that nigga, man. He was getting on my nerves, man. Nah, I'm a sexual chocolate nigga. That shit was funny to me, man. Sexual chocolate. Oh man, that was the only time I laughed through the whole movie, man. So I guess it comes down to taste.
You had to get to the end of the movie.
I had to get to the very end of the movie to get to something that actually had me chuckling. I was like, oh no, like this is my man's right here. This is my man's.
Yeah. And then other people reviews I saw, they was like, yo, how many round trip flights did they take from Africa to New York in the 7 days?
Oh man, that was yeah, boy. Yeah, we gonna nitpick this shit.
The jet like it was next door.
Oh yeah, boy. Shoot. But hey, check it out. I got
they stole some stuff from Black Panther too.
Oh man.
I can't think of what it was.
That whole thing was influenced by Black Panther, man. Yeah, you could tell. The very look of it, man, the vibe of it, man, was very Black Panther. Shoot. But hey, you still there?
What were you about to say? Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. I gotta actually get off the phone and get ready for work. So just letting you know, man, that we about to cut this short. This Big Mike, Almighty Triple XL, talking.
Yeah, we'll talk about Justice League, and then we'll talk about that other shit you was talking about the other day, because we got to set the air straight on that shit.
Right, no doubt, man.
Yeah,
man. You know, chicken. Good Lord, man. My mind is horrible. Kicking it with my boy Vector, man. You know what I'm saying? Finally got a chance to catch up with him. You've seen cats in the Patreon asking you to elaborate on Bitcoin. You know anything about that?
Man, Bitcoin.
I mean, just say yes or no.
Does what it does, man. It's one of them things where it's not even what it. They got so many cryptos out there now, and you got so many governments trying to go to crypto and hijack the shit. I don't know if Bitcoin is going to hold up. The premise of it is sound, but.
Well, check it out. Hey, just let it go. Just don't, because I don't really have time to get into it. I was just asking you to say yay or nay if you know a little something. We'll cover that later.
But I still need you to set the record straight on that damn live stream. We
gonna do that. We gonna do that, man. So yeah, so get back.
It's only gonna take 2 seconds, but yeah.
Okay. Shoot. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. We're gonna say that for another show, man. So yeah, this Big Mike. Also, remember, my homie C Boogie wanna holler at you. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see what's going on with that. You know what I mean? He done reached out to me, said, he wanna, fuck with Vector right quick, the Punisher. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get ready for work, and I appreciate you spending some time over here and lending me your thoughts. So once again, man, Big Mike, Almighty Triple XL, coming at y'all live and direct, Max City Limits Radio Show, MaxCity.com. Okay, Vector, go ahead and give your parting words, and we gonna be out.
Oh man, shit, ain't no parting words. I'm gonna see you soon.
All right, then. That's what's up. We out.